homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. 25-foot tape. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, today it's a rainy Saturday, or not a rainy Saturday, but it's just a rainy day, and it's going to be a rainy week. So I've got some projects that I want to do in the shop. So that's what I'm going to do this week. It's nice to get a break from all the outdoor activities in the summer and concentrate on a shop project or two. I'm getting ready to do some fencing. It's not going to be long, and I need to know how accurate this is. This is a Pittsburg 1,000-foot measuring wheel. Okay? It's got a reset button. It extends out so that you can walk with it. Okay? Let me get it out of this package, and then we'll see where we go. I really want to know how accurate it is. You know, if you're measuring something, you want to know how accurate the measure is. A tape measure is accurate down to a 1/16 of an inch. But how accurate is this thing? That's what I need to know. There we go. Now, again, it's from Harbor Freight. It's the Pittsburg 1,000-foot measuring wheel. Now, the way it works is right here is a little counter that measures, and you press the button and it zeroes the counter out. And then it's going to measure. Now, in looking at this, it looks like this might be in 1/12ths. Okay? In 1/12ths of a foot, or in other words, in inches. So it might measure to the closest inch. So we're going to do a couple measurements with it and see exactly what it does. Okay. Just a yardstick, 36 inches long. I'm going to put the wheel, I'm going to set it to 0. I'm going to put the wheel right at the edge and roll it. And let's see how it does. Have a look. It went exactly to 3.0 feet. So that was pretty accurate in this little 3-foot measurement. What about if we do longer? Let's go outside and do, say, 25 feet and see how that does. Yeah, I'm going to do it here on the pavement because that'll be more accurate. I know you're going to lose some accuracy if you do it in the grass. It's just because the ground's going to be uneven and it's going to go up and down. But I want to see how accurate it is out here on the pavement. So what I've got a Stanley 25-foot power lock tape measure, and I'm going to run the whole thing out and let's see how it works out. Now I have laid out this entire 25-foot tape down through here, and we're going to give it a shot and see how this does. I'll zero it while I'm up here. It's zeroed. Up, didn't zero. There we go. Now it's good and zero. Zero's all the way across, if you can see it. So let's walk this thing. Let's see. There we go. Can you see it? So it said that tape was 25 foot and 3 inches long. Well, I'm willing to give it an inch one way for my error, but it was still 2 inches longer than what the actual tape measure is. So let's talk about that a minute. Okay. Precision versus accuracy. When I was a science teacher, I taught a course called Precision and Accuracy and Precision Measurement. And during that time, students learned things like precision, accuracy, and those kinds of things, how to use a micrometer, how to use a vernier caliper, how to use a tape measure, how to use a rolling ruler, how to use all these different things, how to use an engineering scale, and all that stuff. And we checked how good the new digital devices were. How good were they at measuring the inside of a valve, inside of a piston, the inside of a cylinder. So what I have here, this rolling ruler, at 3 feet it was dead on accurate. Okay? At 3 feet it was dead on accurate. So at small distances I would say this is accurate within an inch. Now at larger distances, at 25 feet, it's accurate within 3 inches. But it's precise to the foot. Okay? Does that make sense? It's precise to the foot. It knew exactly that was 25 feet, but it said it was 25 feet 3 inches. So it was just a little bit long. Now, why might it have been long? Well, first off, it might have been long because the ground here is uneven. My tape measure, while it's laying straight, the ground is uneven. So when this rolls, it sees the unevenness of a ground and goes into that, and that eats up 1/4 of an inch as it goes down through there each 10 feet or something, maybe a 1/2 inch each 10 feet. So it was 3 inches over. As far as putting in fencing, if I adjust and I assume that it's going to be 3 inches over for all of it, let's say I roll out 500 feet, and every 25 feet it's going to be 3 inches. Every 25 feet it's going to be 3 inches, so every 100 feet it's going to be an extra foot. So it's going to be 101 feet for every 100 feet I roll down that hill. Well, that's okay. That in a 500 foot one would be 105 feet. When this is reading 105, a straight line would probably be 100 feet. Does that make sense? So as far as using this to measure out fence lines and things like that, this is going to be an invaluable tool. I can see me making a longer handle where I can hold it and just drive my tractor and let it run down through there. I can see me just putting another handle on it and doing that. That way I could just drive my tractor. I would mow first, then I could drive my tractor down beside where I mowed and let this roll and know how many feet. Now I've been using Google Earth to figure out how many feet of fencing I want to put in. I want to see how this compares to Google Earth. I know exactly how long each fence row is supposed to be, and according to Google Earth, but I'm betting that Google Earth doesn't take into account the elevations. Okay, so if it says it's 1,200 feet worth of fencing, but it's on a hill, well, you got to remember 1,200 feet is the horizontal distance. Okay, the long side is going to be longer if it's on a hill based on the angle that the hill rises. So it'll be longer than what Google Earth says. I'm betting. But it could be that Google Earth calculates in that angle of rise and knows how long the distance is between them. But I don't know. I'll wait and see, and when we do that, you'll get to see it too. Now, if you like this stuff, this homestead and do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homestead and stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell when you come to the channel, it'll be right up here. It'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload every Sunday. Now, with that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.